All right, squad, gather round. We've got some absolutely massive leaks and speculations hitting the community, and I'm not talking about a little drip feed. This is a full-blown waterfall of information. Just a few hours ago, out of the absolute blue, we got some seriously compelling intel regarding VARKA, the upcoming version 6.5, and the one everyone's been sweating over, some new juicy details about Colombina's kit. This is the stuff that's setting the internet on fire right now, so we're gonna break it all down, piece by piece. Save up to 25% on the current banners at lootbar.gg, especially for the Nod Cry release. Loot Bar is offering the all-in-one pack and the 6,480 pack for only $69 compared to $100 in-game. That's a $31 saving. I just entered my UID and selected my server. In less than 5 minutes, the gems appeared in my account. As you can see, I received double the amount for my first purchase, just like with in-game top-ups. And remember, the double bonus for your first purchase has been reset in 6.0. Beyond Genshin, you can also top up in Honkai Star Rail. Loot Bar has over 100,000 satisfied users and also supports PS5 and Xbox top-ups. New users can get an extra 10% discount, while returning users get 5%. The link is in the description. But before we dive headfirst into the chaos, real quick housekeeping. We've got a couple of Welcome Moon blessings to give away to the community at 2,000 subscribers. Want one? It's simple. To enter, you must smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment down below telling me who you're saving your Primo Gems for. Your support is literally what keeps this channel going, and I appreciate every single one of you. All right, with that out of the way, let's get into the news. We have to start with the elephant in the room, the one causing a ton of debate and honestly making a lot of people pretty nervous, Colombina. The latest whispers about her kit are interesting, to say the least. And by interesting, I mean they've got a chunk of the player base feeling a bit uncertain, maybe even a little unhappy. So here's the big one as of right now. From what these sources are saying, Colombina does not appear to have any healing capabilities, not for herself and not for her party members, at all. Now this immediately sets off alarm bells, right? Because if you remember, my initial read on her was that she'd be a character with a super solid, maybe even insane burst damage window, but her on-field presence would be incredibly weak, almost like a quick swap style. And sadly, my friends, it's looking like that prediction might be turning out to be a little too accurate. Now, I'm still holding out hope that this is just early beta jank and it gets changed. But we can't just ignore these rumors when they come from fairly reliable sources. But it's not all doom and gloom. Let me slow this down and make it super clear for everyone. On the positive side, the few people who have managed to get a peek at her performance are apparently praising her sub-DPS levels. They're saying her damage output from off-field is actually really, really good, so she's not weak in the damage department. Now, let's talk about the real meat of her kit speculation, the part that has everyone scratching their heads. It seems Colombina has a special relationship with this new lunar mechanic. I'm seeing lunar bloom mentioned specifically. It's not a direct thing for her, though. The way it works, apparently, is that if you have either Llama or Nefer in the party with Colombina, a certain cap in her kit increases by 3 levels, taking it up to level 6. These extra 3-level cap slots are a special type of charge, and when you consume them, they trigger an effect called lunar bloom. What this essentially means is that Colombina, all by her lonesome, cannot recover or convert reactions like electrocharge, bloom, or crystallize into her special lunar variant. She needs a medium, a catalyst character like Lauma or Nefer, to make that whole system work. This is being seen as a pretty significant downside because it locks her potential behind very specific team compositions. It reduces her flexibility right out of the gate. Now, before we all start doom posting and writing her off, let's take a deep breath. Remember, the beta has literally just started. I mean, we are in the earliest stages. There are going to be countless adjustments, number tweaks, and maybe even full mechanic overhauls over the coming weeks. So, my advice? Do not take this initial information as gospel. It's a first look, a rough draft. After about 10 days or so into the beta, we usually have a much clearer, almost final picture of what a character will be. To keep it simple, I think Colombina is probably going to face some criticism based on these initial reveals. She seems a bit clunky, a bit too reliant on others. But I have faith, or at least I'm hopeful, that Hoyoverse is watching. They'll look at the feedback, they'll see the community's reaction, and they'll decide what changes need to be made to make her work. I'll be very honest with you all. I feel like this is their last chance to not mess up a highly anticipated character. You can't hype a character to the moon and then deliver a mid-tier unit. At least, not the main, flagship characters. That would be a huge misstep. Let's move on to something that might light a fire under you. Version 6.4 and the man, the myth, the legend himself. Varka. According to the latest and greatest sources, version 6.4 is looking like the prime candidate, the best possible date, for Varka to finally make his grand entrance into the game as a playable character. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to go get your calendars, your planners, your phones, whatever you use, and you mark that version down, because his entry is going to be nothing short of epic, and also pure chaos. Just think about the timeline. Colombina is slated for 6.3, and then immediately after, we get Varka in 6.4. I hope you've been diligently saving every single primo gem you can find, because if you haven't, my friend, the time for saving is rapidly disappearing. Your wallet might be in danger. On top of that, it seems he'll have some fantastic synergy with Durin, so keep that in mind if you're already thinking about team comps. Start building your pity, maybe. And speaking of Warrior from Mondstadt, this is huge. Version 6.4 is also rumored to introduce a brand new area, and it's the one we've been waiting for, Dawnman Port. Now, for those of you who aren't deep into the lore, the geographical location hasn't been fully contextualized on the map yet, but we have heard about it. Remember an NPC named Henry Morton? He mentioned that it's incredibly far away, so distant that you have to charter a boat to a nameless island to get there. Its distance from the city of Mondstadt is so vast that the Knights of Favonius, specifically our girl Oila, has to constantly patrol the trading routes to keep them safe. That's a serious journey. And here's a cool lore nugget for you. Even Mona's parents, and Mona herself, are supposedly from Dawnman Port. So this area isn't just some random new location. It's tied directly to the backstories of characters we already know and love. This place is dripping with potential for some incredible world building and, I'm sure, a boatload of chaos. I am genuinely so excited to finally see it. Now, finally, let's cast our gaze even further into the future, to the mysterious and vague lands of version 6.5. The info here is a lot less concrete, but it's incredibly intriguing. If you recall my earlier videos, I mentioned we might be getting a new female character, and it seems she's being lined up for 6.5. So, who is it? Well, hold on to your hats, lore enthusiasts. The name that's floating around is Nicole. And if that name rings a bell, it's because she's a member of the infamous Hexenzirkel. That's right, the very same secret coven of powerful witches that our favorite bard-bombing, travel guide writing, chaotic good energy powerhouse Alice belongs to. From what we know so far, Nicole is established as a friend and associate of Alice within the Hexenzirkel. That's honestly about all the solid info we have on her right now, her name and her faction. But man, is that enough to get the theory engines revving? The Hexenzirkel is one of the most mysterious and influential groups in the entire lore of Teyvat. For one of its core members to become playable, that is huge. It promises a deep dive into some of the most secretive and powerful circles in the world, and it directly connects to the story of one of the most anticipated characters, Alice. What is her role? What kind of magic does she wield? The potential for an incredible story here is absolutely massive. So that's basically the full rundown for today, everyone. We've got a potentially rocky start for Columbina that will hopefully smooth out the epic, long-awaited arrival of Varka and Dawnman Port in 6.4 and Nicole in 6.5. It's a lot to process. If you enjoyed this breakdown and you're as hyped as I am about this insane future for the game, you know what to do. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more daily updates, and most importantly, comment down below and tell me, with all this news, which character are you now saving your hard-earned Primo Gems for? Is it Columbina, Varka, or are you going to hold out for Nicole in 6.5? I need to know. Until then, stay safe, stay hyped, and may your pulls be ever in your favor. Peace out. Save up to 25% on current banners at lootbar.gg. Links in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.